Hello student. Today I will discuss about the world of microbes. So first you have to know what are the microorganism. Micro means tiny and organism means organism refer to the living things like plant, animal, single cell form. So you need to know first the what are the microbes. Microbes are tiny living things that are found all around us, and they are too small and they are invisible to the naked eye. They are only visible under the microscope. Next, where are they found? So, microbes are found in everywhere. Like they live in water, air and soil. And they live in also our mouth, skin, under the nails and intestines. Next, we need to know the types of microbes. Mainly, there are 5 types of microbes like bacteria, viruses, fungi, algae and protozoa, and 2 more microbes are added like archaea and multicellular animals parasite helminths. Next, the characteristic of microbes. There are mainly 2 types of character. Like first the prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and next the viruses. I'm gonna talk about the bacteria. So what is the bacteria? Bacteria is a single-celled prokaryote organism. So what is the prokaryote organism? Prokaryote, pro means before and karyon means karen or nuts. So prokaryotic organism is a unicellular organism that lack organelles and other internal membrane-bound structure. They divide into 2 domains. One is a bacteria and another is a archaea. Next, the bacteria usually bound together in colonies. They are among the smallest living organisms. They are found almost in everywhere and all types of environment. They comes in a variety of the different shapes like rod, spiral and spherical, and different type of sizes. So here you can see the bacteria mainly 3 basic shapes. Here you can see the rod-like structure is this type of structure is called bacilli. Next, the round sepate structure, this is spherical structure, this is look like that, is called cocci. And third, the spiral sepate structure is called the spirally. Next, the bacteria has a cell wall and cell membrane. Next, I am talking about the classification of bacteria. So bacteria are classified on the basis of the shape, Gram-Stein method and oxygen demand. Shapes are bacilli like rod sepate bacteria, cocci is a spherical sepate bacteria and spirally is a spiral sepate bacteria. Next, the Gram-Stein method. What is the Gram-Stein method? Gram-Stein method is the method of differentiating bacterial species into 2 large groups like gram-positive bacteria and gram-negative bacteria. So what is the gram-positive bacteria? Gram-positive bacteria is the bacteria that gives a positive result in the Gram-Stein test, which is normally used to quickly classify bacteria into 2 broad categories according to the cell wall, like Streptococcus pneumoniae. Next, the gram-negative bacteria. So what is the gram-negative bacteria? Gram-negative bacteria are the bacteria that do not retain the crystal violet stain used in the gram staining method of bacterial differentiation. Next, I am going to talk about the oxygen demand. So oxygen demand including the aerobic bacteria or aerobic organism or anaerobic organism. So aerobic organism is an organism that can survive and grow in an oxygen needed environment like Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And anaerobic organism is an organism that does not require the oxygen for the growth, like E. coli. Next, I am talking about the types of bacteria. Mainly bacteria, there are two types, autotrophic bacteria and the heterotrophic bacteria. So heterotrophic bacteria is the primary producer and they complex the organic compounds which is able to make its own food such as carbohydrate, protein and fat. Next, the autotrophic bacteria mainly two types. One is the heterotrophs and second is the chemoautotrophs. Photoautotrophs, they are mainly utilize the solar radiation and obtain their energy directly from the sunlight. And chemoautotrophs, they mainly utilize the chemical energy to create their own food. Next, the heterotrophic bacteria. So, heterotrophic bacteria are the bacteria that take the sugar they need to survive and reproduce from their environment rather than the making the sugars themselves from carbon and hydrogens. So, heterotrophic bacteria mainly four types. First is a photoheterotrophs bacteria. Next, chemoheterotrophs bacteria. Third, organotrophs bacteria. And last, the lithotrophs bacteria. So, photoheterotrophs bacteria, they acquire energy from sunlight but require organic compounds like sugars from their environment to survive, like green non-sulfur bacteria, purple non-sulfur bacteria. Next, the chemoheterotrophs bacteria. So, chemoheterotrophs bacteria, they acquire energy from the chemical reaction. Like they are often found around the thermal well in the deep ocean. Organotrophs bacteria. Organotrophs bacteria require their energy from the organic substance. Like they involved in composting. And lithotrophs bacteria, they acquire their energy from the inorganic substance. Lithotrophs bacteria are very rare.